My name is Gamal Sulaiman, and I'm teaching here, teaching Sharia, or what you can call Muslim law. Hajj, I look upon Hajj as the climax of spiritual experience. And it is really unique in its effect on the individual, on the society, and more than this, it links up Islam with the previous messages and previous faith, and many of its rites full of significance and telling many things about us as human, whether we can make life better, make out of life a better chance, or whether we can really fight the vice side in us and so on. So when people, I have been personally to Hajj, and when I entered into Mecca, of course, the story of Abraham and his wife Hagar and his son Ishmael actually came to my mind. And that meaning lived with me in some of the scene of the Hajj. For instance, when you make your running between As-Safa and Al-Marwa, the two mounts there, it reminds you of the story of Hagar, and when she got worried about her son when the provision had run over. And the same story, or the same anxiety, anxious feeling of Hagar is repeated with every mother when she feels worried about her son and so on, and runs between the mountain hoping that she will come across, or she will find something to support the child or to keep him alive and to inject him with all sort of possibility of being healthy and living and so on. And this invite every one of us to remember what his or her mother has done for him. Again, when I'm going around Al-Kaaba making my circumambulation, I felt as if I am just a little equipment fixed with the whole existence, because the stars go around each other, the earth is going around the sun, and the sun is going around the other orbit, or around the other stars and so on. So that feeling was very much alive in my mind when I'm going circumambulating around Al-Kaaba, as if the Islam is saying to me, you should fit yourself in what is around you. You should fit yourself in the history of humanity. You should fit yourself with the wider existence around you, and so on. And when again I was moving to Arafat, and all of us are in the libas of ihram, or in the libas which is required at Hajj times, which is very simple. And it reminded me of a statement said by one of the scholars. Hajj give you a third chance completing another previous two, and only Hajj provides you that. You remember when you were born, you are helpless. We have all what you had at the time, a small piece of clothes covering your body. You remember when you are going out of your life, again helpless, with a small clothes covering your body. Hajj comes when also you feel, very human, very humble, very, very insignificant in that huge flood of people, all of them dressed the same way, crying in the same way, speaking the same language, having the same hope, and so on. So Hajj really, in every step of it, inject you with with very huge amount of spirituality. And again, when you descend from Arafat and go and collect the stone to throw it at the Jamarat, it is a symbol of fighting the animal side of you. It is a symbol of fighting the vice side of life and so on. And as Abraham defeated the Satan, you are supposed to defeat your desire, you are supposed to defeat your Satan, you are supposed to uh, supersede all these minor things and just look for higher object and look for higher and noble purpose in life, and that's to please God and to help others and so on. And you will be surprised when you see how people are really sympathetic to each other and so on, and the whole experience of Hajj. You should live it till you feel it. Unless you make it, you can't grasp the spiritual dimension of that unique experience. This is why, as I said in the beginning, it is the climax of a spiritual experience. And then I conclude also by saying, if all people who went to Hajj, if they maintain some of these little spiritual richness in their life to sustain them in the rest of their life and to behave with each other in the way they behaved in Hajj, I am sure all our society, whether we are Muslim or mixture, or whether we are Muslim or not, and so on, we will live a peaceful life, we will lead a fruitful life.